Except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing. I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I have today.
LaVern, and yes, this is One Street Over. You know what we're doing. If you've been around a while, chance to see what's going on One Street Over from Where You Living Right, brand new week, little coat out there. Lee Marie is here with me today. Hi,
Good
sweetheart.
morning.
How are you doing? We need to do this on a more regular basis. You know, we need to just sit down because we know Lee Marie is the one who is in charge of the Ghost Show on Wednesday, and then the special show that you do with Doc Brown, and he's going to be so mad at me. I haven't been in there in so long. We've been so busy. It's so hard. I wish he were here in Springfield. Oh, I wish so bad he was.
Everybody needs to tell him that because I'm trying to get him a spot here.
Have you been to his place?
Yes.
Oh, it's so neat. I love his place, but I would love to see him here. Just, of course, he'll end up being here when I'm tied up. My world is just so crazy busy right now. But she has Doc Brown on the first Friday.
And it will be this Friday.
Yeah. Oh, cool. And he'll be like, "Where you been, LaVern?" Because I can't go. I won't be able to go this week because I've got. Well, being a school teacher it's just all the time. I worked late every night last week. This week's going to be the same. My kiddos, I've got several soccer players, boy soccer players in my class, and I promised them Thursday night's the night we need to go see Doc. That's about the only time we can ever work in our schedule. I'm going to be watching them play soccer Thursday night because they're playing at home, and they're playing Good Pasture, my kiddos' alma mater. See, and so that's and I know some of the kids on the Good Pasture team, and so it's just going to be one of those. I'm gonna be with the kiddos, and tonight, of course, Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center, the Legacy Dinner. That's going to be wonderful. I hope you're all coming. I know I have a full table that I did not fill. She said, "I need you to host a table, and I'm going to fill it." So I think that starts at 6.
Yes.
Is that when
at
we
the
get there?
center.
At the center? And if you, I mean. You know, if there's anybody that has open seats, be sure and reach out and fill them because there's so many people that want to go to this that they end up can't get in a ticket because it's just everybody loves what they do. Everybody just absolutely adores what they do. And because it's just changing our community from the inside out. Everybody talks, what do we need to do to save our world? That's where you do it. Where you are, in your space, change the world from the inside out every single day. And man, Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center, they are just absolute champions of getting that done. So proud of them. So honored to be able to be there with them. I'd called originally, I told you, we're trying to get on the schedule. We can get Senator Robertson. He typically would come in he would typically have come in last week on Monday, but we're just having a hard time getting back on his schedule, but we'll get there. And so I reached out to Kerry and I said, "Hey, you want to come in?" And he couldn't do it. And then I reached out to Barry Richards and I said, "Hey, Barry, you need to come in so we can talk real estate, Kilgore Festival, and the Open Door because he is doing the video. He does the video presentation every Open Door. And I think him and Rebecca are sitting at my table. And so, and he's tied up in Nashville. So I was like, okay, Lee Marie, I got an open slot. She's always the one I call when I'm like, it's 2 or 3 things I'm working on, didn't work out. I tell you somebody else I got to get in here too, is I got to get Bill Jones in here to talk about his grandmother, who is going to be featured in one of the historical, like maybe one of the historical features that they're going to do about the legacy, people who just are part of the legacy of Springfield. She was an early school teacher, had a little schoolhouse built for her, just an amazing woman. And I was reading the little bio he sent me about her. And so that's another one. Bill, if you're listening, you're on my hit list because I want to get you in here to talk about that. I don't know when they've got that scheduled, but those are the kind of things that were spinning through my head today. But you're like, I can come in because we need to talk about this marriage retreat thing.
Yeah, there's actually several things coming up.
Okay,
So I want
talk to me,
I gotta
Lee
go.
Marie.
I
That's
gotta
why
go
we got her.
fast. Yeah.
Go.
So first off, I want to say a big thank you to Epiphany Baptist because they had some great events this weekend. They had a
Yes.
men's event that was very fun. Afternoon on Saturday, and then at night. Now they're showing every first Saturday of the month. They're having movie night, and so we went and saw Average Joe, and that was super fun. Saw our friends, got some popcorn. And so the next one for April is going to be The Blind. So I'm not going to talk about it, but just look it up. I don't have time to talk about it. But Epiphany, that is great that you're doing first Saturday free movie night. Awesome. Very good job. Okay, so also coming, there's so much.
Oh, yeah. Go. Just keep going. I'm going to shut up. Go.
Okay, all right. So this coming Wednesday, Shannon and John are starting a new 12-week series for Biblical Foundations of Freedom. It's going to be over at Grace Baptist, 6:45 p.m. Normally the book is $20 or $25, but when you're in the class, it's only $5. The church the church is going to subsidize that. So it's going to be very popular. So just show up. You don't need to pre-reg. I highly recommend that 12-week. And Grace does other things like 5 o'clock on Wednesdays. They do a meal. 5:45 they do prayer. 6 o'clock they do a regular Wednesday service. And then 6:45 is when they do Grace University. There's several classes to pick from, but this is the one. This is the one, guys. This Wednesday, get everybody you can into that class. Okay, so my class on Thursday, my 11 a.m. class on Thursday is not going to happen because I have some other field trip that I'm going to. So if you are in my normal 11 a.m. Line dance class, I'm going to be doing a later one. Stay tuned on my Facebook. I'll post what time that is going to be. This weekend is big. Okay, so Weekend to Remember by Family Life. An amazing marriage weekend. And they do it once a year in Franklin. You can still go. It's $175 a person, but I have a code that saves $50 off each person.
Oh, wow.
And so that code is all caps. It's lookup, LOOKUP. So use that code and register. You can still register. It's going to be at the Marriott Cool Springs in Franklin. Those rooms are sold out for those people that want to stay there, but there's other nearby hotels that you can stay at, or you can drive. I mean, Franklin's not that far.
It's not that far. So it is just to get you in the conference. That's not like room and board or anything.
Right. That's just for the conference.
A conference fee. Okay.
So Friday night you can check in between 5 and 7, and then 7 o'clock is when they start their Friday night session. It's like 7 to 9 something, and then Saturdays, I believe it's like about 8:30 or 9 to 4. And then you have Saturday night off to go on date night. And then Sunday, it is Sunday morning until around noon or 12:30. And I highly recommend staying for the whole thing because Sunday morning is really, really powerful. And that's when they break groups into men and women. And it is so entertaining. I mean, it's useful, entertaining. It's a wonderful, I can't recommend it enough. So that's why when you had the opening, I said, I want to get in and talk about Weekend to Remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so website, familylife.com.
You've done this a few times.
Yes, we have.
Okay, so how many times have you gone and done this?
Oh, goodness, maybe 4 now.
Really?
Yeah.
So what makes it so special?
Well, they're so knowledgeable. They have 3 different couples each time that do it. And they're real. They're totally transparent. They talk about all the problems they've had and how to overcome them. They also have special segments for like military families or blended families. I mean, they have so many resources.
Well, what I love about this is I love it when churches really hone in on marriage enrichment, because I'm going to tell you that it's one of the studies that one of the things I study Ray Vander Laan's stuff just exhaustively. I just love that man. He has got one of his early videos I was watching over the weekend, or I just had it kind of on while I was cleaning the house and stuff, and I was listening to it, and it's probably 30 years old, maybe something like that, maybe 20, but it's from the clothing that the people that are there with him, you can tell. It's like, it's pre-2000s, okay? So anyway, he was talking about how that as people of faith, we have got to be standing stones. Okay, standing stones were something that they did in like you'll see these standing stones area. They do that, say something important happened here. That's what the standing stones meant. And so, there was times where in biblical times where the children of Israel were told to stand up stones, and so you would remember. It says we've got to be standing stones in our society. We've got to be standing stones in entertainment. We got to be standing stones in education. But he goes, the biggest one, we've got to be the standing stone in our families. Because that is the biggest thing that is tearing us apart. And they're hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down, these families that are just absolutely so fractured, and you've got to have a commitment to your marriage. It breaks my heart when I hear about marriages breaking up.
Right.
It's not easy.
Yeah, I'd like to see more
It is not
churches, more
easy.
local
Yeah.
churches doing things. Matter of fact, shout out to Flu Ellen because they did on
Yeah.
February 8th, they did that couples
Yes, they
night,
did,
which was
yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And so more churches need to do that because, marriages are a target for the enemy.
You better believe it.
He knows that if he can get that, then the family's next, then the community.
bet.
So, yeah, real
That's
important.
great. I commend y'all for going to this because, and putting that time in on your marriage. And that's one of those things. I talk about all the busyness I've got going on in my world, but we still constantly are working on our marriage. I mean, we've been through so many seminars ourselves early on that we continue to bring those things in back, and we don't take that for granted. But the intentional things, if you've never been through these seminars and these programs, to really realize when you've got a problem, to sit down and really work through it with God. I mean, I've got a little cross that hangs up in my house that I've had forever. It says marriage takes three.
Amen.
Marriage takes three.
Amen.
And if you don't have that in your life, you just don't know what you're missing. But go ahead.
Okay, so now if people can't make it this weekend, which I
Right.
understand they may have plans, they also do it in Chattanooga every year and also in Louisville. We've gone to both of
Wow.
those. So
Wow. Okay.
yeah, so it's across. I mean, it's in other countries. I mean, it's all over. So find a place, find a destination you like to go to. You can add on some vacation time one side or the other,
Sure.
and make a little road trip out of it or whatever. Okay,
Okay.
so other things going on this weekend. Okay, so Crossroads. Do you know how long Crossroads has been in the square?
As long as I've been here.
30 years.
Yeah, because I've been in Springfield since '92. So I guess they got here just as right after I did, because I got here in '92, and my twins were 1 and they are 33, about to turn 34.
All right, so they are doing a big celebration this Saturday from 10 to 3.
Okay.
And I believe it says the first 30 people in the door, 30 for 30 years, gets a gift bag, and they're going to have refreshments, store specials, special different things, giveaways throughout the day. So that is this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3. That's 600 South Main. If you know where the historic courthouse is, you can find Crossroads. It's right across the street.
Wonderful store.
And so many great gifts in there. So check it out. We got to support these mom and pop businesses
Yes,
like
yes,
this.
yes.
Okay. Also, this Saturday, 2A Sisterhood is meeting at Greenbrier, at the Guns and Leather in Greenbrier, 10 a.m. to 12. It's only $10. That includes the range fee because they get a discount on that.
Yeah.
So it's been growing, and I really tried to get them to come in, but they were
Yeah.
all busy. But yeah, 2A Sisterhood. So they have 3 certified instructors, female instructors, that are wonderful. So
They're neat. I enjoyed talking with them.
We'll
We
have
had
them
in
on
before.
soon.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had them in couple. I mean, it's probably been 2 years ago. I don't know. It's been a minute. I mean,
And we had them at our last TFA meeting.
Right.
And so this TFA, which is coming up March 10th, so a week from tonight, we're going to have District Attorney Robert Nash come on. Yeah, so that's going to be another really
always a
good
good
one.
one.
And there, I just want to tell y'all, there's some scams going out that people are getting taken advantage of over the phone. Okay? There's, of course, the jury scam where they call and say, you missed, you signed up, you said you'd do this federal jury duty, you didn't do it, that, it's a $35,000 fine and jail time, but if you pay such and such over the phone, meet us on Brown Street. I mean, they'll say all the
So
things that make it
ridiculous.
sound legit. It's not, guys. No one is going to try to arrest you over the phone. And Robert Nash said this Saturday at our GOP, he said, don't fall for these phone scams. If there's something that I need to pay and they're going to arrest you, they would come to your door.
Yeah.
They're not going to
Yeah.
call and have you send money. But a lot of people, even some of my friends, have fallen for this
This
in
blows my
Robertson
mind.
County this month.
Yeah, and I just one thing about my mama. She was so spitfire, boy. People would call her, and she'd never fall for it. She was never. But there's a lot of people that in her age range, the older folks and stuff, that really struggle with that. And so, do you need a?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, here we go.
Speaking of your mama, thank you. I want to tell you something about my mama because she was very sharp as well. One of the smartest ladies I knew, definitely. But you know what? She fell for the grandparent scheme where they have someone call up and they say, Grandma, this is Michael, and I just got in a bad accident, but you can't tell my dad because he's mad at me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I need this much cash, but you can't tell anyone. I could not believe my mother fell for it. But when your emotions kick in, you
Yes.
don't think straight.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And you know what? At that time, we called our local police. We were in another state. We called our city police. We called our county district attorney. We called the state attorney general. They all said the same thing. Kiss it goodbye. You're not getting that $8,000 back. But but God.
Yeah.
Right. We started praying, and I also went online and I found out in Michigan, their law enforcement was really on top of this because the money was all going to Canada. They were working really close with Canada. Guess what? I got up early several days in a row talking to all these different states and countries. She got her $8,000 back.
Wow.
Yeah, and no one can believe it because all the law enforcement agencies said the same thing, kiss it goodbye. But there are sometimes our agencies that are working, and when you give them additional information, that helps them. They were able to go to that FedEx equivalent in Canada, and when the guys came to get the money, they were able to get them and get her money.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's incredible.
Yes.
You know, because I had, that was the one that just about pulled my mother in
Yeah.
too. Because they called and they said, hey, Grandma. And she was like, Caleb? You know, yeah, immediately, because that's how they get the name. And then she said, hang on a second, because it was on her landline. And she calls me on the cell phone. And she started asking me questions. It was hysterical. And they click, you know. So, you
Well,
know.
now with Facebook, they can find names really
that's
easily.
True. That's true. I
You
hadn't
know,
thought about that.
you
but
gotta
that's
be-
how
you
they
gotta be
got-
careful.
That's how they got Mother. And they only had her for a minute because they're like, hey, Grandma. You know, and she was like, because she thought it sounded like Caleb. And she told me about it later. She goes, it made her so mad that people would try to take advantage. But yes, you got to be careful. And I'm glad he's going to be there. So that's.
And then another one that they're doing is the toll road one where they say you were driving through such and such, you did not pay, you need to send money.
Yeah.
Don't fall for these guys. And especially if they say, don't tell anyone that you're sending the money. That's what happened with my mom, you know. And so finally, you know, about a week after she had done it, she thought, you know what, I said I wouldn't tell, but I need to tell, because she actually called and asked for that grandson and asked my brother, like, is he still in Canada? And he's like, he's never been to Canada. You know, and that's how she knew to tell me, like, I think I got taken. And so, guys, if they say don't tell anyone, that's a red flag.
That's a
if they
big
say,
red
you
flag,
know,
yeah.
send it in or, you know, now they have these little barcodes they'll send you, and you can go to Walmart and, you know, send the money. Oh
incredible.
my gosh. I heard they have these warehouses in other countries that are just full of the callers. And that's why a lot of these people aren't getting, you know, found, because they're in another country.
It's incredible. It's incredible, folks. Just be careful. Be careful. So what else you got?
Okay, so lastly, I do want to talk about Vietnam Veterans Day.
Yes.
Because there is a candlelight vigil that will be outdoors that Friday, 6 p.m. We're having the high schoolers.
I think that's wonderful.
So, yes, so if you have any high schoolers in your life that still want to help out with that, please have them message me on Facebook, or they can email me at retrolemarie@gmail.com.
They're going to read the names that are on on the memorial.
And we have some other ways too that they can help if they want, if they don't want to maybe read, you know, but they want to help with some other things. So that is 6 p.m. on March 28th, Friday night. And then, of course, noon the next day is our big ceremony, which we're going to miss you tremendously, but we're very happy to have your buddy coming.
I'm so thrilled because honestly and truthfully, this is, you know, when you host things over and over and over, people have heard my stuff. I have the same Vietnam stories that I tell. You need some new blood. Well, I'm the assistant track coach at Greenbrier, believe it or not. I still don't know how I got talked into that, but I've got a track meet that day. And they need me to be there because I'm the girl because we have a guy and a girl always. And so I've got to be there at that track meet. And so it just kills me. I cannot be at the memorial. But Lee Marie said, what if I called Brian Wilson to see if he could do it? And him and Dawn are coming and going to be, and that's just what a treat. And I love that you were talking about how Dawn has all these people in her family that were Vietnam veterans. So that's going to be interesting. And Brian, if you've never heard him speak, such an interesting guy. And I just really, I miss having him on radio all the time, but just a real interesting guy, and and he loves Robertson County, you know, so that's going to be great that Brian, that just retired from 99.7 after 50 years.
That's right. So a lot of people are missing him, so I think they're going to really want to come out.
So too.
And like you said, both his father and Don's father both served in the Army. Don's brother was a lieutenant colonel in the Army for 32 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and then she has several uncles that served during Vietnam.
Yeah.
And thankfully, they all came home.
Right.
So they're both going to help us out by emceeing that. And
Wonderful.
it's going to be wonderful. Of course, General Tommy Baker, you know, will be there, and a lot of people. So we have a flyer out. And we hope that everybody will come. And this time, Vietnam Veterans Day is on a Saturday.
That's great. Yeah.
So that is right there. You know, you guys, there's no excuse, because sometimes people say, well, I got to work. Well, personally, I think you should go through your calendar the next 5 years and mark every March 29th off, because we need to pay tribute to these, the bravest generation, right? Okay, so that is all that I have for events, but there's a cool event coming up this Tuesday in Jolton. It's a praise and worship night, and so I'm hoping that we can call out to them and bring them on the phone, if that's okay with you.
You want to call them? Okay. I wasn't following you. I thought we were just going to. Okay, so I'll have to pull the phone line up real quick. Have you messaged them to see if they can come on?
Yes, and so I'll get that number for you while you're.
Okay, give me just a minute here.
Sure. While you're doing that, I would just remind people that I am on air every single Wednesday for the Go Show. And I go over information, inspiration, and always some dates to add to your calendar, which I will be doing this coming Wednesday. And then also, of course, this Friday is Wild Duck. Yeah,
so I'll call them.
Okay.
Write their number. I don't know if you want to put that out publicly or not.
Okay.
I'll make sure I've got that I'm on the right phone number here. But
his name is Leighton Jones.
But write all that down for me if you don't mind, my sweet friend, and we will see if we can't get them on the phone call. That's one thing. If you're somebody that wants to come on and maybe we're just a little too far away, we can do phone interviews now. That does work pretty well. I'm just checking to make sure I'm on the right number here. But give me just a second here. I know where I've got it archived.
And just a reminder, too, that you guys should be sharing this show. And also, if you're listening on the airwaves and you don't have Facebook, there is a phone app for both iPhone and Android, so you can do that. And, of course, WSGI1100.com is our website. So that's another way.
Well, and what they're doing with this company is just amazing all the time. They're always making improvements in here. Lee Marie said she walked in, there was duct tape in here, so you never know what they're doing. You can do everything with duct tape, right? But they're always trying to work to make improvements. And let's make sure I got the number in there correctly, and I think I do.
And this is Leighton Jones. He is the owner over at the Jones Farms.
See if we can get him. Does he know we're going to be live?
He does.
Pick up?
He does.
Let me see if we get him.
Hello.
Is this Mr. Jones?
It is.
Hey, this is LaVern Vivio and Lee Marie. She is sitting here with me for the 1100 WSGI and 1 Street Over. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Y'all doing all right this morning?
Doing well. Now, Lee Marie can't hear you. I'm the only one that hears you. She had said that you wanted to come on and talk about some things y'all have coming up at your farm.
Yes, we did. We've got some things coming up out there. Tomorrow night, we've got praise and worship night out at the farm, and we're just kind of welcoming everybody out there. We're going to be doing some giveaway stuff just to keep everybody engaged and interact towards the end for kind of the stuff we do on the farm. But our main mission is really just to give everyone in the community a place to feel safe, come out, worship the Lord, and just have a good time with fellowship. Just make it a good place where we're just having a good time and grabbing some food and getting to know one another. I think it's important to know who's in our community and seeing how we can help each other out.
Well, now tell me, how do I find your farm? Do y'all have a Facebook presence?
We do. We're on Facebook and Instagram. So our website is jonesfarmnashville.com, and it kind of shows you an array of things that we have on there. And our Facebook is just Jones Farm Nashville, and so is our Instagram as well.
Okay, so Jones Farm, I'm seeing Jones Farm Jolton and Nashville.
The venue is in Jolton. So our handle for Facebook is Jones Farm Nashville, but we're located in Jolton off New Hope Road.
Pretty. What a beautiful place you've got there. Absolutely gorgeous. That water right there that's beautiful. How long have y'all been at this?
Me and my wife bought the land at the end of 21, started building in 22, and just kind of put on our path the journey to get married out there, and kind of started that way. And so we got married out there. We built the land. It was pretty much a dump site. It's a pretty amazing story. There was a dump site out there. We started in 22, and then as we had our wedding and kind of moved forward, things evolved, and we were like, you know what, we ought to extend this to the community and see if we can help out, because everything's so expensive nowadays. We were like, well, you know what, we have everything now. Let's just give them a good affordable price for let everybody else use the place as well.
Well, that's great. It's really beautiful too, and it looks like you guys even have accommodations there. Do you have accommodations or?
We do. We've got some cabins on the creek, Sycamore Creek. They butt up to, and they've got their own fire pits and their own seating area back up to Sycamore Creek, and we've got a big venue hall that we can have up to 200 plus people, and we do birthday parties, weddings, all kind of stuff. So
Wow.
just kind of whatever it is, really, we're happy to help. So
Well, I'm telling you, it's beautiful. I mean, I just love the layout. I mean, there's, venues around, but this is a beautiful one. And I love that you're, having some intentional time of worship there too. So, and so when did you start this worship time that you've got going on?
It's been a really powerful kind of just leading me this way. Really, honestly, it's been a unique story. It just seems like every door I opened and every time I made a new contact in the community, just something kind of pushed me this way. And we've been working really close with the Chamber of Commerce in Cheatham County, so I had stopped by there, and a young man was in there kind of pouring his heart out to Kelly Ellis with the Chamber. She's been a big advocate for us and helping us out with different things as we started this journey. And I hear this young man in there just kind of talking about what his mission was and what he wanted to do. And he's with the FCA. And he just kept saying, I heard him in there saying, everybody always asks me what I do. And I told him I'm FCA. And they said, oh, that's great, but what else do you do? He said, no, this is what I do. And I just kind of walked around the corner and I was like, hey, what are you looking to do? I said, I would really like to help in some way. And so he was kind of beginning his journey about, I don't have a place, I don't have the financial stuff to pull this off, and at the time,
Yeah.
And I said, well, look, what if it doesn't cost anybody anything, and you can have the space? And later that night, I went home and started kind of thinking about all the things that we were doing. I didn't want to drag my feet, so that night I went on Facebook, set the date for March 1st, the first Tuesday of every month. We're going to do a praise and worship night, and I went home and I was sitting in the shower, and I literally was. I said, you know what, after donating the space and trying to start something like this, I said, most people would have thinking, oh, the place is free, they got a blessing. I said, but that night I really realized that I got something and I got the blessing because being able to give that away and start something that means something so much to us and our community and just to show what we're about. And we're going to set aside time to make this happen each and every month. And I think that's important for all of us.
I love it. That is wonderful. So the first Tuesday of every month, you can come out to this praise and worship. And what time does it start? Can you give us an address and everything? This sounds great.
Yes, it starts at 6 o'clock. We're going to have food. It won't cost anybody anything. We will have some T-shirts that when I got married on this land, we put Psalm 91, buried for protection of the land, out there on our wedding day. And so we have T-shirts made up. If anybody wants one of those, they're happy to support. We'll have some ready. But as far as the food and everything that night, it won't cost anybody anything. And our address is 1855 New Hope Road, and that's in Jolton, Tennessee. It starts at 6 o'clock with food, and then the service will start at 7. So we're welcoming all youth, and we're welcoming from 1 to 199. Everybody can come on out. So.
I love it. I love it. I love your place. I love your logo. Well done. I'm just looking at this. I mean, what a great vision. You just got a beautiful place there. I mean, just beautiful. It looks perfect. You've done a really good job. You've done a really good job with it. So I encourage you guys to go and check out Jones Farm Nashville, Jones Farm in Jolton, but it's Jones Farm Nashville. And check them out on Facebook and just look at these pictures. I mean, it is just a really neat place. I'm looking at this crawfish bowl. What's this about?
Yeah, so we've got some stuff coming up with the boil. We're gonna be we'll be ordering a couple 1,000 pounds of crawfish. We'll have live music. We're gonna host a couple annual events a year. So we'll probably have each quarter. We'll probably have something. So we're doing a crawfish bowl. We're doing what's called a porch and pond. People can come out and kind of float the pond and listen to live music and stay in a cabin. So it's gonna be really cool. We've got some cool partners coming out with kayaks and floats and stuff that we can just come out there and mini little concert in our Jolton area, Roberts County, Cheatham County area. So we just want this to be a place where everybody can kind of come and relax and have a good time. The second half of the year, we'll be rolling out some membership stuff for people to use the cabin, to use the event hall, and kind of make it really affordable through a membership program where they can come and get staycations just for a peace of mind. They can get away for a day or two.
Well, it's a neat place. I'm so tickled that I don't know how Lee Marie finds all these things. She's just out there all the time, but she was like, you gotta check out this Jones Farm. This is so cool. And that is a neat place. That is a neat place. And so worship on the first Tuesday of every month. invite them again, tell them how to find you again, and then I've got to move on. But I sure have enjoyed meeting you via the phone here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sharing. Like I said, my name's Leighton Jones. I'm the owner at Jones Farm, and we're really passionate about everybody coming out on Tuesday night. It'd be great. We'd love to have y'all come join the fellowship and good worship music. We're actually on New Hope Road in between Whites Creek Pike and Interstate 24. So if you know where the golf course is, the Nashville Links, we're right down the hill from that. But the address is 1855 New Hope Road in Jolton, Tennessee. And our Instagram and Facebook handle is Jones Farm Nashville. And then our website is jonesfarmnashville.com.
Perfect.
So,
Perfect. Well, very good. Very nice to meet you, and thank you for joining us. God bless you. You have a great day.
thank you so much. Y'all have a great day.
All right. Thank you again. And guys, we're going to continue on. This is 1100 WSGI. We got Creations by Chris in here coming on. I tell you what, as y'all get all set, let me go ahead and do my break, and then we'll come in and reset, and y'all can introduce who I'm talking to here. And I just love it when Lee Marie's got to get all your stuff out. She's got to set all this stuff up. I hear about Creations by Chris all the time, by the way. But as they're getting set up, let's talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Prime Realty. I had a quick conversation with Barry yesterday. I've got to get him in because we've got so much to talk about with them. Number one, real estate, of course, always, because if you're looking for something to make sure that you are properly represented no matter what side of the table you're on, buying or selling real estate, you can do no better than Barry and Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty. But he did the video for Open Door Pregnancy and Resource Center for their big legacy dinner tonight. And so I said, well, you could talk about that. And you could also talk about Kilgore Station Bluegrass Festival, the 16th and 17th of May coming up, because he and Rebecca are founding members of the board and original sponsors, still one of the big sponsors of the festival. So that's coming up. So there's a lot for us to talk about. So we'll have them in very, very soon. He just couldn't make it happen today. But if you're looking for some help in real estate, again, cannot recommend them enough. They have got they took the office. He opened a brokerage office here in Springfield. She has her agency office up in White House. They combined those two to bring you a new branch in the Exit tree, in the Exit family. Exit Prime Realty is still a part of that wonderful Exit group that Rebecca looked for when she went into real estate full-time many years ago. She's one of the first in the area to be a senior real estate specialist, but she was coming out of another career and wanted to find just exactly the company that checked all the boxes, is what she'll say. And that's what Exit did, and they've been with them ever since. If you want to connect with them, they've got Facebooks, they've got their .coms that you can go and check out. Just Google Barry Richards, Exit Prime Realty, Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty, and you'll find so many ways to connect with them. But just to run through them, you can go to sellwithbecky.com, or robertscounty.com, or you can just give them a call at 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425, or you can just get out in the community and you're going to see them because they're always out there. They're Robertson Countyans just like us. They specialize in Robertson County properties, but also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky, because like me as well, they're from Kentucky originally. So they are the whole package, great friends of the program, and when you get out and see them, be sure and let them know U-Turn sent you. And as we get back into it right now, we want to get back into the program. We're going to talk to Creations by Chris.
Chris.
You're Chris.
Yes.
Well, I hear
Actually,
you're
Crystal Lee, but
Okay.
AKA Chris. Yes.
Okay. Well, I hear Creations by Chris all the time. I'll see.
Awesome.
I'm not kidding. I'll see something. I'll be like, "Oh, who did this? Creations by Chris. Creations by." I mean, I hear it all the time. So I'm so thankful to meet you.
Yeah, we're glad
So
to be
it's
here.
awesome. How long have
Thanks
you
for
been?
having us.
How long have you been doing this?
This is actually going to be our 12th year. So
Yeah, you've been at it a while.
yeah, we it was part time for a long time. I worked a full time job, and then right before COVID, 2019, we built a studio on some property that we purchased, and it's been a blessing. But that first year, we just I sat at the house and thought, "What have I done?" So, but it worked out great.
I
So,
love it.
and my daughter gets to help me, Jenny. So
I had a
that's
feeling she was your daughter. Y'all favor a little bit.
Just a little.
Yeah, just a little bit. I had a feeling this is your girl. She sat down. So, are you doing this full time?
No, I do it part time. I'm a school social worker full time, and so I
Okay.
do this after school
Okay.
and on the weekends, and I do all of the embroidery work. So,
Oh, fun.
yeah.
Okay, that's neat. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Do you not have PD today? Because we've got PD.
Nope, I do. We have a separate PD. The social workers do.
Oh.
So, yep. So I get to be here this morning.
That's wonderful. So I have to hightail it out of here today. The kids aren't in school today because I'm a full-time school teacher, and so we have our professional development day today. And the kids are like, "You have to go to
Yay.
school, and I don't." I really love this chin up, Buttercup. That's so cute. That is
Yes,
adorable. I love that. So cute. And I suppose if I mean, and I know this, I know the answer to this question because I know about y'all. But if I had something, I'm like, oh, I think this would be wonderful. Y'all could just make it for me, right? I just have to bring you my idea.
Yes,
Yes,
you can do that. We can
Uh-huh.
actually help develop ideas.
Mhm.
We were really proud last year, the year before, the Robertson County Historical Society came to us and
Uh-huh.
asked us to develop some products for them in their gift shop, which we were really proud to. And so, like that pillow there, that's
Mhm.
one of our designs, and so they sell that there. And then the next year, they came up with a new design. So it's always a lot of fun. We
Right.
love it.
Y'all do their shirts and stuff in there. Their
We
sweatshirts.
do a lot of their
You do
we
some
do a
of them.
lot of
I
their
know they've
stuff.
told me that. Yeah.
Yes, but I mean, what I really like about the museum is that they uh, reach out to all the artisans in the community, and so that means a lot because what you're going to get in that gift shop was made from somebody in Robertson County, more than likely.
Exactly.
So-
I love their gift shop. I just absolutely adore it. What is that cat's hat you got there? What is this one?
Bobcat. So we also do all the schools. I know you're at Greenbrier, aren't you?
I'm at Greenbrier. I was
You're a
like,
Greenbrier
come
girl.
on.
Yeah.
You got a Bobcat's hat. I love it. That is fabulous. I love it. That is so cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. So where can I acquire one of these?
So you can find us on Facebook
Okay.
and Instagram. That's the best place.
Uh-huh.
We're also at 3695 Sloan Road. And Mom has set hours if you want to share those with them.
Yes, I'm there Monday through Wednesday, 9 to 4, and on Friday, 9 to 4.
Okay.
So that's when you can find us.
So we could just come by the shop and just
That's
kind of look
right.
through everything. You got pickleball stuff.
I know.
I just love this. Turn that microphone to where you're talking into the front of it, if you don't
Okay,
mind,
I
right
will
there.
do it.
Yeah, that'll be a little bit better. So walk me through some of these items here. Y'all just do everything. I didn't realize y'all. I mean, I'm looking at the jewelry and the mugs and all of that. And what is in that bag? What is that right there?
This particular item, this is this, and I'm just going to open this up, but this is a bath towel. We do these custom bath towels,
Oh, how cute!
and actually they're full size, so we've had adults order them. Believe
oh,
it or
how
not.
funny!
Chewbacca, we've done it all. So we can do any character, but this particular towel is a 3D towel. Of course, it's got the braid on it itself, and then the applique. We make these out of marine grade vinyl, so it's a
Yeah.
little bit of a upscale
Yeah,
than a regular fabric. So
yeah. How cute.
yeah,
Well,
so
I have a granddaughter that would just be crazy. Now, is this a washcloth on top of it? Or
no,
is it
that's
like
actually a hand towel, and then the
Okay.
base is a full size towel. So
Okay.
yeah,
How
and they
cute is
hey,
that?
listen, that's a great gift because kids
yeah.
will use it.
Oh, you bet. Absolutely. That is absolutely adorable. That is so cute. I mean, anytime I see something, I've got 4 grandkids, and we'll probably have a few more before
Oh,
it's
yeah.
over with. And so, I mean, you're
You're
just
very
always like,
blessed.
oh, my grandkids would love that. So, and then I'm looking at these great glasses and stuff. So is this all custom?
No,
Everything?
we carry some things that we purchase like this. This is a beaded
Okay.
bracelet from Zahara. We like to carry a regional section,
Sure.
so that's based on Tennessee, and then we do some Robco shirts, of course, and that kind of thing too.
Okay.
So
Right.
And what a lot of people don't know is it's not just embroidery and print. She also has a boutique set up in the shop. So you can come
Okay.
and shop.
Gotcha.
So we've got clothing, home goods, things like the coffee mugs and things, little outfits for the littles
Okay.
but also women's sizes. We carry normal sizes, regular sizes, and plus size as well, which I know is sometimes hard to find. So
What do you do in your boutique? I mean, what do you as far as clothing for women and stuff? What kind of things? Like,
Well,
do you have a
actually,
particular brand?
both of what we're wearing. So
Okay.
we carry a variety of brands. What are some of the ones?
well, Judy Blue jeans, everybody loves those. Can jeans, those are the jeans. We carry a lot of UMG items. We have a lot of different. We try to carry our products for women that are almost like a business casual. You can dress them up or you can dress them down. I feel
Okay.
comfortable wearing a lot of my clothes to church as I would to work. So, I can I can add a pair of tennis shoes and make it more casual, or I can add, a dress shoe and it will dress it up. So, what I like to do, who doesn't want to feel good when they go try on clothes and things fit,
Sure.
or you can size down. So I'm very size conscious because I have been skinny and I have been fat. So, I mean, I know what it's like to try
Yeah.
to dress, and everybody wants to look nice. So we do try to include everybody and, just make it special for everybody too. But we carry Gin and Company bags. So we try to stick with tried and true products and brands that we know that will please our customers, and that they'll be proud to carry or wear.
How fun. And tell me again when your boutique is opened.
9 to 4, Monday through Wednesday, and on Fridays.
Okay. So, well, yeah, I've got some good hours. And where is the boutique?
It's on Sloan Road, which is 3 miles past Springfield High School off of Highway 76. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's on my personal property. It's in a brown metal building.
Okay.
And we have events as well, too. So, like we just had a Galentine event at the studio. It was a lot of fun, from like 3 to 7. And we make it almost like a party. We'll have door prizes and play fun games and just a lot of interaction. We love to meet our customers and spend time with them because listen, if they're driving to Sloan Road to shop, then they made a concerted effort.
Yeah.
That's right. And it wasn't just drive by, oh, let me stop in there. They intended to come. So we appreciate that and we recognize that.
That is so cool. That is so cool. I'll have to stop in there because I mean, it looks like y'all got a lot of fun stuff.
We do. We do.
And I love places where I can get unusual gifts because gift giving is so hard. I mean, it's just so difficult. And with Mother's Day just really
That's
on
right.
the horizon, I mean, it really is. I guess that's the next big one, isn't it? Wouldn't that be the next gift giving
Yes.
event?
Easter.
We
I
have
think?
Easter.
Well, we've got Easter, of course.
And
of
I will
course,
say
for
we
the
have
little ones.
lots of Easter dresses too. A lot of new
Oh,
dresses coming in. I said I think my hardest thing this year is going to be deciding which dress to wear for Easter. There's so many options, so lots of great
A
options.
lot of
there,
spring
yeah.
items. We were so sick of winter. We just
Yeah, I can see you guys are bringing the spring today. I'm
Yes,
still in my
yes.
winter.
I
wear.
know.
I'm still in my electric coat, mainly because I know I'm going to be at PD in a cold building, and they're going to freeze me. We have to go to Springfield for our PD today, and they
Oh,
freeze
yes.
me out.
Uh,
So I'm just like, I'm still in my winter wear. But yeah, I'm seeing you. I'm like, she's bringing the spring. She
Yes.
knows the March flowers are in bloom.
We're ready.
It's
for
very
it.
pretty. I know we all are. But that is so cool. And yeah, I don't know how in the world I forgot Easter. Of course, is coming up. With my grandkids and stuff, it's pretty much little Easter eggs and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
I don't get to pick the clothes for my grandkids because they are over the moon with what they do, and I'm just not very good. I'm not very stylish. I'm
Aw.
not. That's not something that's not something I excel at. People that are like, you wear the same thing all the time, LaVern. I know, Scott. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of boring. So what is it she's wanting? Lee Marie's trying to cue us. What are you wanting us to talk about? What is it?
Ribbon cutting Thursday.
Oh, she's like, how can they forget that they're in here to talk about the ribbon cutting?
Yes.
She's so good. I swear. She just keeps me in line. But anyway, we've got a ribbon cutting
That's
for your
right.
studio, I guess.
We
right?
joined White House Chamber.
Okay.
We're already a member of Robertson County Chamber. Jenny and I both are ambassadors of the Robertson County Chamber. And because I'm on 76, it only makes
Yeah.
sense, and they've been awesome to work with. So we're really excited. 11:30 on Thursday. We do have an event coming up as well. Sometime in the spring, we're scheduling a spring fling where we will have a set number of people that we'll take in, that we do these fun parties where you sublimate things. So you basically color things. I'll do artwork, and this time we're going to make garden flags.
Oh,
Like we'll
fun.
do pillows. It's under that little pickleball bag, but
That's a pickleball bag. I was sitting there trying to figure out what kind of
Yes.
bag that
The
was. I was
pickleball.
like,
But these are the kind of pillows, so that you would
Oh,
color
cute.
this print before you put it on the pillow, and then she would sublimate whatever color.
and then you take it
do.
home. It's yours to
oh,
keep.
Oh, how fun.
So we started that as tea parties and a play on on the word tea, so
Yeah.
instead of TEA, TEE. And so we've had tons of these, and it's so much fun, and it's very therapeutic for people,
Oh,
who
yeah, I
doesn't like
know.
to sit in color. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously. So, yeah, we'll be bringing that up pretty quick, too. And anything, can you think of what else we've got coming on?
I think just this week is the ribbon cutting, and
Mhm.
then I know we've got a couple of tea parties scheduled. We
Yes.
can schedule it for private parties as well.
Yes, we do a lot of
So
that.
we've done a lot of birthday parties. We've also done a lot of women group parties. Whether it's like a Bible study
Mhm.
group or just a women's get
Sure.
together, it's a lot of fun. We've done
Aprons. We're about to do some aprons.
business
Oh,
groups
that'd be fun.
too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And the other thing that we do that we didn't really touch on is we do a lot, probably 60 to 70% of my business is actually business to business.
Mm.
So we do a lot of brand development and a lot of logos for businesses. We'll do the embroidery on their work apparel, on any bags that they have, any kind of maybe they want water bottles sublimated for their employees. We do a lot of schools. We set up websites for ordering, churches. So we just try to stay busy. I mean, if I'm going to do this full time, I need to generate income. So
Yeah.
that's the whole thing, and we want it to be something that we enjoy too. So far so good.
Yeah, and I love it. And again, I as soon as she said creations by Chris, I'm like, well, I see them everywhere. I hear about them all the time. I've got all kinds of your products that I've bought at other stores, just like you said, business to business, where I will go in and I've
Right.
got all kinds of stuff. T-shirt. I'm a big T-shirt person. I like my T-shirts, and I've got a lot of holiday stuff
Right.
that's got y'all's name on it.
Awesome.
And knew that you. I mean, I love how you present your mascot hats with just the name across the mascot across the front, and that's a really cute idea. I've not seen that. You see all kinds of different things, but that's different, and I like that so much. What is this brown hat up here? I can't see
That's
it. I can't-
another hat that we developed too.
Oh, just Robco.
It's just Robco, but it's a 3D foam.
We love our Robco, right?
I love this hat though, that tweed kind of thing. That
Yes.
is classy looking.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
So that's great for Father's Day.
That's a
Something
great-
like that,
You
right?
kidding me? That's a Mother's Day gift.
There
Yeah.
you go.
See,
Are
I'm
y'all
like I
listening?
said, I'm very low key in my fashion and stuff, and I love the pat. I'm just not. I just am not comfortable wearing it. I'm more very low key, muted colors. I mean, this is definitely this
Right.
is something I'd wear in a heartbeat. That's a good looking hat right
Well,
there.
thank you.
That's really pretty. I like that a lot.
And
I like that a lot.
We've learned that men are very particular about their caps now.
Yes, they
So
are.
We, any brands, I know men right now, Richardson caps are very popular, Legacy caps are very popular. We can get those. So
I may have to have a couple of these for
yes.
my twins' birthday are coming up, and I think this would be awesome. I mean, they need these in the museum.
yes.
Oh yeah, and we do those in. We've got some different color points. We've got a navy and it's like a mustardy gold, which
Yeah.
I love. It
Yeah.
just pops on that, and so.
So like I like this subtle. I like
yeah.
very
Oh, yeah.
I like subtle, and because I love being able to wear caps and things, but sometimes you need them not to just jump out.
Right.
You
Well,
know what I mean?
you would have
And
loved
so-
it when Jenny originally came up with that because she did the West Coast style.
I did
and
the
I said,
upside down. I don't know if you've seen the upside
down
down logos that are popular. And she said, "What are you doing? You need to do one right side up. This is not. This
Well,
is
we
Tennessee."
actually sold some, so
Oh,
hey.
how funny!
I
don't think
know.
I'm not
Yes,
familiar
it's
with that.
It's a
Oh,
thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
That's
not
interesting.
my thing, but it is
How
a thing.
funny, but I love this. This is dead on right here, and I think my boys would enjoy that. I love getting them Robco stuff because
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
none of them are local anymore. All my kiddos have flown
right.
away. That's what I raised them to do. That's what I tell other mamas. We get sad, we miss them, but that's what we raised them. We raised them
right.
to fly, so be glad when they do. But they're all scattered now, and I tell them at the museum one of the coolest things I got them is a framed picture of the courthouse, and they all have it in their office. Every one of them.
Oh,
I see it. I was just down
nice.
in Alabama with my youngest, and it's hanging right there in his work studio in his house where
Mm-hmm.
it's
Love
like his
that.
little office.
Yes.
And they love Robco stuff. The guys, if your kids grow up here, and you want to get them a cool Robco. They absolutely love it. And I can't say enough about it, but that's so cool. Y'all got some really cool stuff. Those pickleball is, I mean, that is such a hot thing right now.
Yes,
It is so
it is.
crazy.
So-
Danny Ashley's even playing pickleball.
We even have little pickleball earrings.
No, I was wondering about those. That's hysterical. Oh, that's funny. Look at that. Oh my, that's adorable right there.
Pickleball sweatshirt. So
That is so cute. These are hysterical. That is the cutest thing. That's the cutest thing. But let me see that
you
again.
have to be stylish when you're.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Apparently, well, I'm really wanting to get. Okay, I'll see it on the back. I love it. The Pickleball Social Club. Isn't that the cutest thing? And that is adorable. Y'all got some fun stuff, and I like how you do embroidery. You also is this like a heat?
That's a digital print, so we do that in house as well. We
Okay,
do.
and then it's heat applied to the thing.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
To the shirt. See, I don't know anything about this stuff.
Yeah.
But you can help me with the designs.
Oh yeah,
See?
we love that too. We have people that come to us with their own image. And listen, there's nothing better than
Yeah.
to see somebody's face light up with something that they've come up with, and they see it materialize.
Well, you know what I've done, and you'll say to me what I need to do to fix it, because we have our audio video production at Greenbrier, and we have Bobcat Studio and WGHS, and of course there's we're not with the FCC, we're not a licensed broadcast company, but it's just to help the kids understand what what all this stuff means. So we have Bobcat Studio is our thing, and so I want a really cool T-shirt. And so I saw when I was doing my teaching license, I ran into this woman that I had classes with, and she had on something for the girls' soccer team, I guess it was, and it was vintage looking. And I was like, that's so cool. And so I went into Chat GPT and I put all the parameters of what I want, and they got so close to perfect.
Oh wow!
But I can't fix it. I've tried, I've tried to fix it, because I'd have to show it to you and see what's wrong with it, and I'll show you, and maybe y'all can help me fix it.
She's your girl.
But
She's your girl for
it
sure.
just frustrates me so bad, because it's this close to perfect, and I'm like, ugh, because I want something really cool for the kids,
Right.
And I just think and we've messed around with it, because we've got really cool tools in school. I mean, we really do. We have Canva and different things and all this AI stuff, because I'm not gifted at digital arts at all. And so I was like, what do you got for me, chat, whatever it is. But anyway, AI. And it's amazing what it'll do, but you got to be so specific. And then even then it's, and you're like, okay, that's good, but do this. And then it just completely, I was like, no, that's not even close. But I have a vintage kind of Bobcat on it. It's cool. I'll have to show it to you.
Nice. Yeah, we want to see
it's
it.
this close to being perfect. So yes, I'll have to show you that. See if
It's
you can help me
fun,
with
though.
that. But it's neat. It's neat. And all this stuff, the stuff you're talking about, I kind of want you to come in and talk to my kiddos, because you talked about doing websites and some things like that. People don't understand all of this stuff twists together.
It does.
You can't, I tell my principal, Dr. Osborne, I said, really, every kid in the school needs to be in my AV1 class, because every one of them are broadcasters because of social media. And if you're broadcasting yourself on social media, then you have a brand.
That's right.
And this is what that's about. And if you're somebody, there's so many people, you meet so many people that want to do something that are influencer type, whatever that, I kind of hate that word, but it is what it is. And you can be an influencer for all the things you care about. If you're a person of faith, be an influencer for Jesus, man.
That's right.
Be an influencer to make our country better. I'm talking to Lee Marie about building better marriages and things like that. Be an influencer for those things, and we can absolutely turn we can turn our world into something so beautiful if the influencers will be the influencers for good things. This is all a part of it. That's what they don't understand. All this stuff, it just all intertwines, but you got to be good at it. Just like the reason why I haven't gone ahead and printed these shirts, because it's not good, and you got to know when to say not yet.
Right.
Not yet. And then, okay, so can you help me out here?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fascinating too,
Yeah.
and I really do think it's something that the kids do need to know. And
Yeah.
as far as the business aspect, like the website development side of it, that was unnecessary. I mean,
You have to,
we
yeah.
have coaches that order things, and they don't want to fool with getting your
No.
parents' size for their shirt and then it coming in the wrong size, or collecting money, or the schools too. We do a lot of larger schools, and it's just such a pleasant thing for the organization that's off of their plate now.
Yeah.
And they don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
We deal with it, and on our end, it looks, it's great for us. But so
And
we
something else that she hasn't said is there are fundraisers for a lot of schools. So
Yes, we do fundraisers.
it's a great option because it's very hands off for them. Like she said, they're not having to take up money or deal with sizes and things. But in the school or whatever organization, baseball, softball team, they're able to make a few dollars off of it, and so are we. And so it's just a great
like
great
let's say
thing.
your shirt that you're trying to develop, right? So you say, you know what, we want to kind of put a little money in a fund and maybe go out to eat at the end of the school year, or
Yeah.
have a great party. Then you can like put these on a website. We can develop a website, and then we can bump up your price, $5, $10, whatever you want, and then whatever T-shirts you sell, you've got that extra money at the end of the fundraiser. So it works out great.
Well, and really fundraising is just an essential part of schools because, I mean, fundraising, what we do with audio, it's expensive because there's new stuff all the time. If we compete in anything, any kind of a competition, these guys with FFA, good land, the money that they have to raise because these clubs, part of what us being a CTE is career and technical education. And so we have to be part of clubs and give kids a hands-on experience and those kinds of things. And FFA, they just soar at it, but they travel. I mean, it gets expensive and you don't want to put that burden on those kids.
Yeah.
Right.
How many of these families can't afford it?
That's right.
And so you've got to do fundraising. Well, just like my husband, we're assistant track coaches and trying to get the money that we need to do. Going and doing track events is expensive.
Yep.
All this stuff costs money. And so, fundraising is just an essential part of schools. It just is.
It is.
So
It
that's
is.
wonderful. I'm so glad to meet you guys because, like I said, I have heard of y'all forever, and have got so much of your stuff in my house, in my closet.
That's
I promise you. I can go in there and go, yep, that's Creations by Chris. We're about out of time. I love that you use good quality T-shirts, sweatshirts. Because I'll get something, it's a T-shirt, and it's like it's itchy and it's uncomfortable, and that's one of the things. That's one of my
right.
things. It's got to be a good T-shirt to
Yes.
begin with.
Yes, we're particular.
And I can tell.
Yeah, I don't want to get a call back,
Yeah.
with something, and it might happen anyway. I mean, a lot of times when we're processing T-shirts and screen printing or whatever, one of my helpers or myself will find out where something wasn't stitched correctly,
Right.
and I'll contact the distributor and get it replaced. But it's just kind of so things do happen.
Sure.
But we
Just stand
try.
behind
If
it.
you start with a
Yes.
quality product to begin with, it's less likely. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, we're about ready to wrap up. They've got their ribbon cutting again. When?
11:30 on Thursday at the
11:30
studio.
At the studio, which is where? Give me the address again.
3695 Sloan Road.
All right. And your hours again when you're there.
9 to 4, Monday through Wednesday, and on Friday.
Okay. And if I'm just somebody that just needs some help, what's the best way to reach you? Is there just through Facebook?
You can pick up the phone and call us. Our
Okay.
phone number's listed on our Facebook group too. You can message us through Facebook, or just stop by the studio. We're
Okay.
there.
And you have a web page as well.
We do. We
Yeah,
do.
and
It's
so-
not as active, but
So you get more of your business through Facebook.
We do, and then
Yeah.
just people who
It's-
stop in as
Right.
well.
and
so-
word of mouth. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Well, that's again, Creations by Chris. It's catchy. It works. So, I mean, good job. Good
Thank
job.
you.
Thanks for
Outstanding. I
having
love it
us.
when people are having fun with what they do.
Yeah.
I love it. And having a good time. That's great. Well, it's wonderful. I'm so glad to meet y'all.
Well, you too.
Yeah.
And but we are out of time. It is the top of the hour. That means we got to wrap it up. And we'll see you guys around. And I'm sure I'll be buying your stuff left and right.
Well, come by
All the
and
time.
see.
I will.
you.
I will make a point to do that. And thank you guys for joining us. Thank y'all for joining us. I have to go to get to my professional development
right.
day, which is starting right now without me. So I've got to hit the road and head that way. Be sure and join us tomorrow. We're going to going to visit with a couple of the Robertson County principals. That's what we do on the first Tuesday of the month. So look forward to doing that. Thank you for joining us. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless you.
Time's gone by, I've driven.
This is